Hey there YouTube, this is Dave and I'm here to do the next iteration of the mashup for a CRM that we've been working on. This is 3B. I did 3A recently and now we're doing 3B, and the reason for that is we're going to actually approach capturing our contacts when we contact our clients or our customers. We want to make sure that we capture the information. You know, it was an email, was it a phone call, was it a cold call, whatever the case may be. What did we talk about? How did it go? All this information we want to capture. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward, but this time instead of trying to use the append, we're going to actually create a new SharePoint list and use that and actually use the capture feature through a SharePoint list, so that way it's much easier and that way we can actually have a much more robust way of dealing with it, including being able to filter around the things that we do. For example, I wanted to see all the cold calls or the warm calls that we've done with this particular customer client over our relationship with them. How do I deal with that? And so one of the ways we're doing it is by doing it with the SharePoint list versus using the append, which gets pretty messy and kind of has a shortcoming as far as if you only have 100 versions turned on, then when you do the 101st contact, you lost the first one, and it's kind of like a revolving door, first in, first out. So that's not what we want. We want to capture this pretty much indefinitely with the relationship with the client or the customer. So it's something we want to keep in mind. Okay, that being said, let's jump right into it. Okay, here we are in our brand new SharePoint list that I created just recently. Let's kind of go through it and you'll be able to see when I created the columns, the reasoning behind the columns. Now, the one that's going to jump out to you, short contact reason, that's actually the title column that comes with the brand new SharePoint list. I just renamed it, as you know, in the background. Despite being renamed, the title is there. If you don't know about that or don't understand what I just said, definitely take a look at the SharePoint list video that I created. I'll try to put it up in one of the corners here so that you can jump to it from if you want to actually view that and learn about SharePoint lists and the basics behind it. All right, let's go ahead and go into the actual SharePoint columns and see what I did in order to make this what it is right now. Okay, here we are. We are in the columns section, and as you can see, here's the title screen, short contact reason, no problem. We've already talked about its title. I just made it required, and I actually put some description behind it saying, in 5 words or less, what is the purpose of this contact? Now, contact, as you can see, is a lookup. So over here we got a lookup. The reason why it's a lookup is we're using the contact list that we created 2 videos ago. Okay, here we are inside the contact column settings. That way what we're going to do is, as you can see, I have it required. The email, because one of the things I noticed is we can have numerous people with the first or last name or both, and if I do a search in that list, it could be very well confusing if there's, 12 John Smiths. Well, which John Smith am I choosing? Whereas an email is going to be much more unique to each individual, so therefore if they search on the email, it's going to be a good likelihood that they're going to find the one they're looking for. So thus the reason for the email is the primary, but we're also going to show the first and last name as well, because it may be possible that they have a naming convention that is very unlike what you would expect It could be encrypted, whatever the case may be. So John Smith could actually be, you know, Joith. You know, what is that? And so because of that, we wanted to make sure that email was the way to go, so that way we can find the correct individual quickly and efficiently. The next column saying that we're going to go over is the contact type. It's a choice, and we're going to probably add to this over time as we continue to find new ways to reach out to these clients and customers of ours. We could add, for example, a text contact as a possibility versus messenger. So, you know, they give us permission to text their phones, whatever the case may be. But you can see we have several here. Let me stretch this out for you. There we go. So we have cold and warm calls, we have email, we have an in-person meeting, messenger, post mail. Yeah, I'm talking snail mail. The next column setting we're jumping into is date contacted. Why? Because we could use the created date or the modified date. So why are we actually creating a date despite the fact that we have created and modified dates? I might not be able to actually capture it right then and there. Well, it's going to be the end of the day. I forget to do it. I go into the office the following day. I want to be able to say yesterday is when I did it, so thus the reason why date contacted is there. The last field that we have, we're in the settings right now, is the notes field. As you can kind of guess, what we have here is a multi-line enriched text depending on the situation. It may arise where I want to highlight a certain area in my notes so it brings it to the attention of myself or the next person who might be looking and say, okay, what did they contact about? Oh, he contacted John Smith on this particular day. It's a great that I haven't reached out to him yet because I was going to do the exact same thing. I don't have to do that now. Let's continue on and move forward. So this is the notes column. Okay, as you can see here, that we've gone through all the columns. That being said, I also left out one column on purpose. So the next video that we are going to do is going to be actually creating another list. Yes, another list. And we're going to do campaigns. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the list in the next video, and you'll see where that goes. As I continue to try to improve these videos for your perusal and to allow you guys to be able to watch this at your own pace, hopefully you guys enjoy this new format. If you did like the new format, leave a comment in the section below. If you have questions, concerns, or ideas about what I went over in this video, also please use the comments below. Let me know what you think. This is Dave, and I will see you again in the next video.